Ladies and gentlemen, this is an article that came out July 6, 2018 in Des Moines Register. More employers are dropping marijuana from drug tests. Here's why the trend in Iowa is a slow burn. Ladies and gentlemen, this is actually trending all over the country. There are certain drugs they are now refusing to test for because they're having such a hard time finding people. And my thing is, if you're going to drop marijuana from drug testing, then why are people in this country still going to jail for marijuana when it's legalized in many states now? That doesn't make any sense. But we know you have to get that prison labor done. So, dollar over morals. That's how America works. So now job providers are going to greater lengths than they have in 20 years to find their best fit. They're more proactive in recruiting. They're trying to hire people faster. They're even dropping certain drugs from employment screening and non-government, non-transportation occupation. Many businesses have shifted away from mandatory marijuana testing in the past 6 months. And which makes sense. I mean, look, you're legalizing this stuff all over the place. Why are people still being tested for it in states where it's legalized? It doesn't make any sense. But like I said, common sense has never been the American way, so we shouldn't be surprised about that. Okay, so in the first major workplace drug policy shift since widespread screening began about 30 years ago, but it is catching on here in Iowa. The Des Moines Register surveyed multiple central Iowa job placement firms and found that while the move away from marijuana tests is happening in the state, it is far from a sea change. Kim Kramer, the Iowa manager for QPS Employment Group, which works with about 100 clients in Des Moines and has 1,800 clients across 5 Midwest states, said she could count on one hand the number of companies that have eliminated marijuana screening from the hiring process. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen, you know what? This is because their people cannot pass a drug test. So now it's time to start picking off drugs, or not even, I've even read articles where they won't even do drug testing anymore. But you notice it did not change until the face of the addict changed. Now we can make all of these changes and hire people even if they're a junkie. So that's pretty much what they're saying. Almost 2/3 of Americans support legalized pot. According to a Gallup poll from last October, the 64% result was the highest in the company's nearly 50 years of measurements on the subject. The most recent Des Moines Register Iowa poll on issue conducted January found that 58% of Iowans are against legalizing recreational marijuana, down from 69% in 2014. 39% favored recreational pot, up from 28%. Iowa's laws on marijuana use are among the more restrictive in the nation. Access to the product for medical purposes is given to patients who have been diagnosed by an Iowa doctor with the following conditions: epilepsy, Parkinson's disease, cancer, multiple sclerosis, seizures, AIDS or HIV, Crohn's disease. Okay, so it's the usual ones that you always hear. The drug is also available to terminally ill patients who have a life expectancy of less than 1 year and untreatable pain. Okay. Yeah, and I do know they do give it to for pain. I know when my father had cancer, they gave him a prescription for marijuana to help him with pain. So I know they definitely do that. Um, but like I said, it doesn't make sense for them. If you're going to take marijuana pre-drug test away, then I don't believe anybody in this nation should be in jail for a few ounces of marijuana. I'm sorry, you know, but we know in America, making that dollar is more important than using some morality every now and then. But please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Yeah, tell me what you think about how they now want to conveniently take marijuana testing out of pre-employment testing so that many of these folks can get jobs. But yet they're still coming to the Black community and locking us up for marijuana. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell. I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.